tutorial for X model, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about how to rotate an object. And if you have learned the last session of our tutorial, you're going to know where to download example files. Just click Help and choose Examples, and here you can load each of the example files here. So I'll simply just choose Y shape holder here, and if you want to rotate this object, just use your middle mouse button, and then hold this button, you can freely rotate this object. Or you can also use your right mouse button and press and hold it, and then easily rotate this object. Easy, right? And of course, you can see a indicate point here, which we'll call a pivot point. A pivot point is calculated, and the object is automatically rotated around the pivot point. And how this point calculated, it's based on the visible points on the screen, and it will automatically calculate the extent and the center point of the object. For example, when I zoom in with my mouse button, my mouse wheeler, and then you can see the pivot point appears here. And if we like zoom out, and then you can see the pivot point appears here, different position, huh? And for some people, they want their object to rotated around a specific point. It's easy to operate. Just hold the control key, and use your right mouse button, and then the software automatically calculated a pivot point for you, and the object only rotated around this pivot point. And you can also pick up a pivot point as you want, like here. Then this object rotate around the pivot point you pick. Okay, this is more flexible if you want your object rotate as you want. And also, there are people don't like the control key and the right mouse button. The combination way a bit complicated. So we can just go to settings, and we can choose options, and pivot point part. We choose always pick. Enable always pick, and press OK. Now you can see I can just pick a pivot point on the mesh, and the object will be rotating around the pivot point I pick. Okay. This is for pivot point. And now we're going to talk about actually how you rotate this object. Just imagine here there is a coordinate system, and here is a x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and if I rotate this object left and right, the object move its direction along the x-axis and y-axis. And then if I rotate this object up and down, then the object move its direction along the axis like this. However, I know there are some people are really into buildings, or they really like ground, we just choose the coordinate system on, and then we automatically have a ground here. And if you want to be more personal 3D, then we can choose settings and options. Here is a navigation choice, rotate in view. You can choose how you want to rotate this object, like if we choose around toward the axis, and enable this feature. And how I rotate this object only move its direction from the x and y axis, which means the object is perpendicular to the ground, and which is more convenient for some users. Okay, this video is mainly about how you want to choose your pivot point and how you want to rotate this object. So I